Hi everybody, thank you for watching the video. As you see, it's my deadlift training from October 22nd of 2017. And peaked on my training cycle for, I think this is month number 4 on my program. Yeah, I think month number 4. Month number 4 out of 7 on my program. And just finished peaking at the end of this training cycle. Went for 612. Obviously wanted to get it for 5. I only got it for 4, so I'm not really happy with that. Bar speed definitely moved slow. And that actually could come as no surprise because of the new training equipment that I have that I mentioned, which is the Eleiko IPF powerlifting competition bar. It is something that I just bought last week, and I was really excited to start using and implementing this bar into my training. Reason being is because one methodology that I like to really follow is to make your training always harder, so that way when the competition comes, it's a lot easier. And without no question, no mistake, the bar is very hard to pull with. It is very stiff, without a doubt. Way more stiffer than the Ohio Power Bar. Actually, if you look online, you'll notice that the Rogue Ohio Power Bar has a tensile strength of 205,000 psi. And the Eleiko IPF powerlifting competition bar actually has a PSI rating of 215. So as soon as I started warming up, I immediately noticed right away that the bar was completely different. It has no give whatsoever, and I like it because it's a new challenge and it makes the training a lot more difficult. Therefore, when the time comes for competition, I will be nice and ready to go, and it will be a easy transition. So, because as you know, a deadlift bar actually has way more give, and is a lot more flexible. It has a whip on it, versus with a Eleiko bar, it doesn't have any whip at all. So, training with no whip and then going into a competition that having whip to my advantage would actually benefit me, and I believe would benefit with my style and my method of pulling the weight off the floor. So it was a really good adjustment, a really good investment for me. I would definitely say if you are looking at getting a bar that is really hard to pull with, definitely get an Eleiko powerlifting bar without question. I thought my Ohio powerlifting bar was definitely by far one of the hardest to pull. It had no give. But going from that bar to this bar is definitely a difference. So I would definitely say for anybody who is more in the beginning stage of powerlifting, if you wanted to really make sure that you wanted to train with a stiff bar, I would stick with maybe the Ohio powerlifting bar. And once you're accustomed to that, then I would switch to a Eleiko bar. Because going from a regular 45-pound bar in the gym to an Eleiko powerlifting bar is quite an adjustment, and it will take time to adjust. And even I'm adjusting now to that kind of bar, and I love it. So it's really skillful, really advanced. The only thing I would definitely say is that pricing. I will just put it this way: if you took the price for the Ohio powerlifting bar from Rogue, and you took the pricing from the Eleiko powerlifting bar, the IPF powerlifting bar from Eleiko, you could buy 3 of the Ohio powerlifting bars for one Eleiko bar, just to give you an idea how much they have a difference with the prices. So, if you were looking for something that's more a better investment, that could have close to the same type of attributes as the Eleiko powerlifting bar, the Ohio powerlifting bar would be by far your greatest investment to match that. So, yeah, I definitely wanted to just boost my equipment and just to boost the training around me, so that way I can perform at my best and I can enhance my performance for the weeks to come to get ready for my competition. And yeah, my first investment was these calibrated plates, which I love, and now I have the Eleiko powerlifting bar, and I think combined it will really just help enhance my training going forward. So everything is still going good, still going consistent. Obviously, this is the first time I missed hitting numbers wise for maybe a little, maybe somewhere around the month and a half to 2 months on this program. So not to be really discouraged though, because like I said, I just implemented a new bar, so that could potentially be the reason why. But I'm not a big fan of making excuses. So definitely going to get ready into this next training cycle And actually, this will be the last one getting into this competition. I did decide that I'm going to do the WMPF competition on December 10th in Bordentown, New Jersey. And that's actually a full power meet, but I'll always be doing a deadlift only meet for this competition. So want to finish the year really strong. Definitely looking at trying to do better than my last competition, IPL Worlds. So just definitely want to finish the year on a good note and kind of give myself early momentum going into next year. So definitely have my eyes set on competing in February of next year in a USPA meet so I can qualify again for IPL Worlds. And then actually I might do 2 IPL meets next year. One in the summer for the Philadelphia Fit Expo because IPL will be holding a competition there, and then of course to hopefully to qualify for IPL Worlds in next September next year. The date is to be announced and the locations to be announced as well. Hopefully, maybe it'll be back on the eastern side. That would be nice. I did enjoy that travel over to California. That's as far west as I've ever been in the United States. So that's one of the benefits to doing these competitions is you get to travel and be in different parts of the country. But I think I would like it to be back on this side for this one coming up. It would be nice to actually have it somewhere near here. That would be a great benefit to me. But I would like to have it close to home. So I kind of feel like I'm in my backyard, which would be nice. So, but that's why the Philadelphia Fit Expo for the IPL they'll be having it was actually really right in my backyard. So definitely I want to do that competition and actually go all out for that one. So yeah, I would definitely say with the bar that I have, if you are in a situation or if you are a lifter that's really in the intermediate to advanced level, I would strongly recommend you get the Alico powerlifting bar. But if you are in your beginning stages and you're more of either in that beginning and that phase between beginning to intermediate kind of lifter, I would definitely stick with the Ohio Power Bar. It's again the bar has no give, so you have to give your body, especially when it comes to deadlift, you have to give your body some time to adjust to that because you're going to be feeling the weight right off the floor. There's not going to be no give. There's not going to be a point where you'll pull the slack out and then the weight will come. You're going to feel it right off the floor. So that's one benefit I think that it is to when it comes to training. When you train with a power bar, is that you're feeling the weight throughout the entire movement. Versus with a deadlift bar, you actually only feel it up to a certain point, and then the bar goes, and the bar has some give. Versus with the powerlifting bar, has no give, and you're feeling the weight right off the bat. So me, I like it because it's harder. I like challenges. I like to challenge myself. So I like to make my training a lot harder. So when I get in competition. So I'm an advantage because if I wanted to compete with a deadlift bar, well, then me transitioning from a training bar, a powerlifting bar, to a deadlift bar is easier because deadlift bar has whip versus the powerlifting bar does not. And also, if I wanted to do a competition that I only have a powerlifting bar I could deadlift with, I'm already accustomed to it because I'm actually doing that in my training. So I think, honestly, if it comes to training, your best bet is to train with a powerlifting bar. Yes, a deadlift bar is great. I understand that, you can easily add more pounds to your max. You can easily move the weight a lot better because of the whip. But I think, in my personal opinion, save that for the competition. Why make your training easier when you can make your training harder, do the hard stuff, and actually that will carry over into your deadlift, into a deadlift bar, because when you are so used to pulling that full weight from the floor, it's going to be a lot easier to move when you do a deadlift bar, because the thing is that when you put so much force behind that whip, it's going to actually benefit you. It's going to be like a rubber band, and the weight's going to shoot up, making it a lot easier to lift. And a lot of people don't really see that, and that's something that I noticed, and it's definitely an advantage when it comes to training solely with a powerlifting bar. So anybody, I'm going to give you a perfect example. I would say do 2 singles, because I did it before. Do 2 singles with maybe 75 to 80% of your max. Just do 2 singles. And do them back to back with a deadlift bar and a powerlifting bar. And I guarantee you will see the difference right there. prime example would be if you did a deadlift bar first, the weight would go up easier. If you did another single with the exact same weight on a powerlifting bar, you will notice that the bar takes a lot longer to get off the floor up into lockout. Reason being is because you're feeling the weight right off the floor. And the first thing that you are going to feel it in is your hips, because your hips have to get adjusted to it. And that's why I tell people you have to give your body time to adjust to these kind of things, because it affects the muscles differently on your body and in the movement. So you're not really incorporating your hips into the movement on a deadlift bar because you're not pulling the weight right off the floor out of and putting your body out of line. Versus when you're actually pulling with a powerlifting bar, your body doesn't go into shock, and it's not really. Your body goes into shock because you're activating the muscles in your hips early and your glutes right away. Versus on a deadlift bar, you maybe pull the slack out on the weight of the bar, and you won't be activating those type of muscles maybe it's the bars maybe mid shin, because of the whip that it has. So, there's a lot of things that come into factor and come into play. If it's something that you guys want me to put a video on, I'll be more than happy to. So you get I would say maybe a side-to-side view to see the difference. But I guarantee you, if you did the two singles with 70 to 80% of your max back-to-back with those two bars, you're going to feel it right away. And that's exactly why if you are training for a competition, if you're training for a USAPL meet, your best benefit is to train with a power bar. If you're training for a USPA meet, if you want to train with a deadlift bar, yeah, it's the best option to go, so that you're already adjusted to the idea and the environment you would be in, because you're using that kind of equipment. But I would say if you want to look at it from the standpoint that I look at it as, it's making your training harder, is by using the powerlifting bar in your training. And then don't even touch a deadlift bar until the competition itself. If you're going to be doing like a USPA meet, an RPS meet, or any type of federation that uses a deadlift bar. So that's my personal opinion. That's something that I've been doing, and I feel like it's benefited me. At the end of the day, we all are different. We all have different opinions and different perspectives, and I'll highly recommend you do whatever works for you. So I'm just saying that that's what I've been trying. That's what I did, and I discovered that by trying certain things out. By all means, don't take what I say and run with it. It's just my perspective, my opinion. Feel free to try it yourself, And then I would say, hey, if you like it, try it. If it's something that doesn't benefit you, then by all means try something else that's going to work for your performance and make you better in your next competition. So, 7 weeks out now, so definitely just getting dialed in, bringing in this new equipment, trying to get myself ready. Right now I'm 183.2 pounds, so not really far off from having to drop my weight down. And that's something I like to do. I like to stay close to my competition weight, so that when a time comes to weigh in, it's not really a hassle to really drop weight. So definitely trying to stay more on the maybe nowhere past 2 pounds higher than what my minimum weight for my weight class is, which would be 181. So, 7 weeks out, just trying to stay consistent with my my body and my training, and one more cycle to go. I'm trying to give it my all, and go into the competition, trying to perform at my absolute best and beat myself yet again. So thank you for watching the video. If, like I said, you have any more questions about maybe the difference between the deadlift bar and the powerlifting bar, let me know. I'll definitely post a video about that. So definitely, just try that and let me know what you guys think. Or, even do your warm-ups. Do your warm-ups side to side. Maybe do doubles with your warm-ups with those bars with the same weight, and notice the difference there. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, email me. My email will be in the description. And let's keep training. Let's keep inspiring each other. Let's keep motivating and pushing each other so we get our goals. And most importantly, at the end of the day, believe in yourself. Thank you guys for watching the video, and take care.